This is the 3D Simo Kit 2, a product I'm not as excited about as I hoped. Before we get into the disappointments of this product, let's talk about what the 3D Simo in this Kit 2 version is. Well, it kind of is every tool you could need. By the principle of having a body thing with a microcontroller in it and then putting on different chips, you can convert this thing from a soldering iron, like is it now, over a foam cutter to a 3D pen or a saw or drill. And all of these features, at least the ones that I could test until now, seem to work quite well. But now let's dive into the difficulties with this thing. First of all, there is the assembly. This tool is the kit version of the 3D Simo Multi Pro. There are some major changes to the design over the Multi Pro to make this a more 3D printable product, but in the end there are some parts of the design that just don't match the process of 3D printed manufacturing. So you won't get this thing assembled without using pliers. So now let's take a closer look on working with this thing. Soldering works. Foam cutting works. And also wood burning just works. As long as you like to permanently press a button to keep your tool heated up. And who on earth came up with the idea of setting temperatures in percentages? So let's get to 3D drawing. And it works, but you can't see what you're doing when using the 3D drawing tool. Then there is the next issue, that the preset temperatures for the materials included into the software of this kit are just way too hot. Who on earth thought 230 degrees C would be a great temperature for working with PLA plastics? The material just cooks out of the nozzle in the front of the pan. But then you may think, okay, we have a kit and this is an open source product, so I just apply some changes to the firmware and it should work fine. I at least thought so, and I even thought about building some own accessories. But then there came the next major disappointment. I went to their GitHub page, downloaded the firmware for this tool and applied the changes to the 3D printing temperatures. Then I tried to compile the firmware to upload it to the pen, which requires some additional libraries. But there's one library used to drive the display on this thing that just isn't available anymore. So I left an issue on their GitHub repo and hoped that they could fix this issue, because I didn't want to rebuild their entire software. But even 2 weeks later, there is no real answer to this issue and they haven't worked on their software. So let's come to a conclusion. As far as I like the idea and approach of this product, I just can't currently recommend buying it. There are just too many issues I have to address, and currently it doesn't seem like 3D Simo is willing to fix them by now. I just hope that they will fix their firmware soon, so that this tool becomes adaptable and extendable again, and maybe they are able to fix their 3D design or just deliver injection molded parts, which would just immensely reduce the effort they have to take on the production of these parts, and they would make assembly definitely way easier. So thanks for watching and see you next time.